Names that Denver has now. Of course, you had nicknames as a kid.
Well, my dad called me Bunky.
Right.
I don't know where he got that. And my sister calls me Nat, but not many other people call me Nat.
Yeah, those are good.
Yours?
But Denver, mine are like inappropriate. But Denver is really growing and keeping all of these nicknames that you know, and some that even don't exist yet.
It seems that nicknames for certain areas around the metro area are springing up as new neighborhoods take shape. And Ernie Bjorkman here to explore the growing trend in our Unique to Colorado series.
Yeah, when I moved back after being gone for 8 years, I noticed some new nicknames for Denver neighborhoods. Some have really stuck, others not so much. And I discovered that there's some new ones about to be unveiled.
I thought it was the Highlands, but I think they call it Low High. It's Lodo, the Highlands.
Or Lower Highlands.
Lower Highlands.
Yeah, a lot of newcomers and old-timers confused and sometimes angry about the nicknames invented for certain Denver neighborhoods.
By the way, this is now Low High.
Yeah, that's what I see all over the place. But to me, growing up here, this has just always been either Sunnyside or the North Side.
It's getting to be a little like New York City. It has Soho, south of Houston Street, and Dumbo, yes, Dumbo, a Brooklyn neighborhood, which means down under the Manhattan Bridge overpass, and so on. So Denver seems to have jumped on the bandwagon. Probably the most famous is Lodo, lower downtown, a nickname coined back in the 80s by a Denver Post reporter. But since then, others have emerged. Sobro, an area along South Broadway. Low High, short for Lower Highlands, an area south of the Highlands neighborhood, a name conceived by Red F Restaurant Group co-founder and chef Jamie Fader 14 years ago, when their restaurant Lola was about the only business there.
I don't know that anyone had ever really pegged just how expansive this area would become and how important to living, dining, recreating it would be.
Move north of downtown and you have the Rhino District, the fastest growing neighborhood near downtown. 13 years ago, the city set up a River North planning district, but local artist Tracy Weil and a partner went one step further after hearing locals call it River North.
We thought it was a little bit more, needed to be a little more rough or edgy a little bit, so we kind of came up with a standard acronym, RI from River, NO from North, and Rhino was born from that.
One of the movers and shakers in the city who's had her pulse on nicknames is Patty Calhoun, longtime editor of Westword. She thinks there's room for even more.
Oh, I would like to keep going with them. I was just one of my favorites, which has not caught on yet, is Soham for south of Hamden.
Calhoun and Westword have now come up with some satirical nicknames for neighborhoods, and who knows, maybe someday they'll stick.
If you don't live in Lodo but right downtown, how about Dodo? Downtown. Or if you live north of historic Cheeseman Park, you'll hail from No Cheese. Some call it a low-cal neighborhood. And then finally, an area west and south of the Highlands area. How about We So High?
That's kind of appropriate. Yeah. Some viewers have already Facebook or tweeted us with others I hadn't heard of. Deneen lives in South Arvada.
Okay.
They call it LA, Lower Arvada.
Okay.
I live at LA.
I
You know,
do.
Mo lives south of Sloan's Lake. They call it So
Slow.
And if you've driven there, you know that. Mike in Westminster calls his neighborhood Wee Wee.
I'm sure he does.
I got to go Wee Wee. All right, so it seems nicknames are here to stay. I do have to go Wee Wee.
The question is, do they catch on? You know, you might say it, but does everybody else
No,
follow?
only a few. Lodo, Rhino, Low
That's
High.
right. Thanks, Ernie.
All right.
New this morning in To Your Health, a See Your Children